I like every game or every voice that I hear. Who's your favorite voice that's not Mario? I know what you mean. It's hard. It's a good question, but a hard one. Yes, over here.
Hello. As an independent developer myself, I'm always curious to know from industry veterans like yourself, has there been anything that has helped you voice a character, or has there been specific inspiration that you're drawing from, or do they let you have free reign?
Well, that's a great question. Every character is a different character, and so they all have to come from the truth from what's inside of you. Film acting is a very specialized skill, as is cartoon acting and video game acting. But it's exactly the same thing. It's size. All you have to do is think over here in film. You have to do something in television. You have to demonstrably do something in theater with bigger emotion. And by the time you get to cartoon, you're just, yahoo! It's got to come out really big, So the acting has to always be true. And I think that's a piece of the thing for me. When I did a character, gosh, I can't remember the name of the video game, but it was a friend of mine that passed away. And he was like, this character was like the sweet, gentle keeper of time. And I thought, well, I'll do Sidney Walker. So I did a voice that, it was just, and it's interesting because I got the part because I think it was so true. I just was, it's a tear in the eye, sort of like being just like trying to be this person that I loved so much, But it was really interesting because I think that was a lesson in acting for me, that you can never try to get a part. You can never compete for a part. You can never understand what the producer wants. You can only bring the gift and the magic that you have with you into that moment. So the analogy is very much for me like you're a dog chasing the ball on the beach. All you can think about is the ball. You do all your training, all your development, all your, what does it sound like, how do you, imitation, and then you go get the ball, and you bring it back, and you get the ball, and you bring it back, and you get the ball, and you bring it back. And that's what you do, throw the training aside and become, Thank you for that question.
Thank you.
It's a very involved question. Hi! How are you guys?
Good.
Thank you so much for coming.
What was your favorite voice that you made besides Mario?
Oh, that's a good question. My favorite voice besides Mario. Who could it be? Could it be Luigi? No. What about Twilight? No. Eevee? No. Luigi number one! Ho ho! How about you? Who's your favorite besides Mario? Peach. Oh, I love Princess Peach. I wish I could. Oh, Mario. I can't. If I could, I would. Thank you so much for asking. Hi.
What did it do?
What? I didn't quite catch it. What was that? Say your mom. Tell your mom. Oh yes, I have a BMW white cart with a red inside and silver front and a steering wheel that goes beep 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 beep. It's great. I call it Bippy. It's my little Mario Kart Bippy. Hi.
Hi. Are there going to be more crossovers with Mario?
That's a great guy. More crossover games. Maybe. I don't know yet, but I'm sure, there's so many great games that are coming out, and there's so many things in the pipeline. I hope so. But I'm the sort of guy, I fall in love with a game, and then I want another Galaxy, I want another Sunshine. Did you ever play Mario Sunshine? I love that game so much. It's like I just want to see another one of them. I love them all. So I just want to see, Mario Kart 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I want to see, Galaxy 11, 14, 15, 16. It's just so much fun. What's your favorite game?
Probably Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah, favorite crossover game.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that first, but yeah. What's your favorite?
Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. I love that game. Do you play as Mario? No. You play.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Who's your favorite character in Smash?
Pretty much everybody, because I play as everybody.
Oh, thank you very much. You're number one. Thank you. Thanks. Hi, nice hat. Hello. Hello. Very good.
My question is, if you could have any Mario power-up in real life, what would it be?
Oh boy, it would be the fly, fly like in Galaxy. Right, you get those wings and you fly. Although I have to say, I love the Tanuki suit. Every time I see the little leaf on there, I'm like, Tanuki! I love that. Yeah. It would also nice to be very giant, but I'd love to fly. I did 200,000 miles on the plane last year, and I couldn't wait to fly my first trip this year. I love to fly. So, for me, it's like, gosh, if I could do that personally. Whoopee! Thank you. Hi.
Well, no matter, I have a backup one. Actually, I have two. First, when the heck is Waluigi going to get his own game?
That's what I want to know. That's a good question. And you have the cheek to win.
Very good. Anyway, my second question is, it doesn't have to be in terms of actors, but who would you say is the biggest idol or inspiration in your life?
Oh, idol inspiration. That's changed for me a lot. I think Franklin Roosevelt was one of my favorite people.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's very good. There's something to me. I love culture and society, and I believe in humankind and the common bond of human beings to improve civilization. So I'm very much for education to be paid for by taxes, medicine to be paid for by taxes. But that's my politics, and as you know, it's certainly not everybody. But he to me represented somebody. People were starving to death in our great country, and he hired 11 million Americans and gave them their first meal. In terms of acting?
Yeah.
And there's who's my favorite inspiration? I loved Laurence Olivier when I was growing up. I always felt like he was so amazing because he was so transformative in his characters, And now I see lots of great actors that I love, it'd have to be Billy Boyd. It's because he's my favorite person. He's such a great guy, But people like that, and a great actor. I love people that walk the walk and talk the talk of kindness and goodness. And he's just a terrific guy. But there's so many great guys here. You see Kevin here is just amazing, and Mick, and all these people that I meet, these actors they're inspiring to me because they're such great people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi.
You sort of touched up on this, but what would be the next Mario game that you'd like to see?
Oh gosh, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I wait for the email to come, or the text to come, or a phone call to come, and it's like whatever it is, it's a surprise. And I go up there, and it's like whoopee! It's like unwrapping this incredible gift. Come and play in our sandbox. Okie dokie, yahoo! Yeah, so I'm happy anything that comes. Any Mario game makes me just so full of joy. Yeah, I live the joy of that. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Luigi.
Well, I was just going to think of, you're well known for Mario, Luigi, and everyone else. Has there been any time that you've been recognized for a voice that's, not Mario related?
Well, Bit Trip Radio Runner, like that, I'm Charles Martinet, welcome to Bit Trip, that sort of thing, and Parthenax, and I did 9 voices in Lord of the Rings, and sometimes people go, wait a minute, you did this, so once in a while, that Parthenax, and Skyrim is the one, though, that comes out a lot, but I've done I don't do games anymore like I used to, but I used to be quite prolific. I think I've done well over 200 games, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
What do you think that's gonna be your last Mario game?
What will be the last Mario game? There will never be a last Mario game. They're gonna go forever. I sure hope so. Yeah, I want them to be forever. Forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a great question. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
What is I don't know how often you play Mario Kart. was playing it on a DS before
That's
you started talking. What is your favorite mystery box item to use in Mario Kart?
Wow, that's a good. I love everything. I'm one of these people. I don't get to the mystery things very often. I can tell you that much. I'm not very good. So for me, anything is like, oh, whoopee! I've never found a shortcut except by complete accident. I've never done anything but by accident, I think. I certainly have. One time we did a competition online, and I managed to lose in like 9th place every single race. Except one. I got 8th or something. It's incredible. Yes!
Hello. I'm also waiting, or I just want to let you know I'm waiting for Luigi's Mansion 3.
Luigi Mansion 3! Mario! I love to autograph that jacket because I go, I say your name is dear princess, help! Luigi. Love Luigi, right?
That is so awesome.
Thank you.
I also wondered, because you've been voicing it for so many years, so when Mario Maker came out, were you like, finally, I can do both?
Oh, it was so great. I just really love it. I love that game. I'm not good enough at making them to upload them, but I've been in competitions where it's like, are you kidding me? They had it, like a row of 25 people. They have to hand the controller to a person. We get 3 tries to get by one giant saw blade, and then, oh, now I see how you do it, and then the next person gets a chance. But I've never, they make levels that are impossible.
There are some evil people out there.
Evil people, yeah. I'm the type that, this is the kind of level I make. Boring, boring, that's fine, fill in the holes with more blocks, so, yeah, I like winning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, 2 more questions, and I think I have to stop. I'm sorry.
Hello, Charles.
Hi.
I was looking through your acting credentials. You've done some live action movies. Have you ever considered getting back into doing that nowadays?
Gee, that's such a lovely question. Thank you. I would love to do that. It would be so great. It'd be so much fun. But it's a lot of work and it's a skill set. I auditioned for a film last year after not auditioning for a film for 2 years because when I'm not doing these, I'm doing games. When I'm not doing games of these, I'm flying somewhere to travel. So it's a skill set that it would take me a while to master again because I did this audition and the casting director said, that was very good. And I said, no, it was absolutely awful. I was like a fish without a bicycle, completely disjointed and, because there's a way film actors, they seduce. They don't show anything. They bring you into what they're thinking. And that's a mastery that I thought I was developing it, but it's a skill set that you have to keep doing, so, I'd love to, but I probably wouldn't be very good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. But if you have a film, let me know, I'll give it a shot. Hi, nice hat. Hi.
So how often does Nintendo call you in to do different voices?
That's a great question. It really depends on the year. Some years, 1 or 2 games, some years 3 or 4 games. I just never know what's going to happen, and sometimes we do a combination of games at the same time. It's always just one great gift after another, So always fun, no matter whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 5. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you, everybody. You guys are so great. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the wonderful questions. Thank you for dressing up. Thank you for coming by. I just want to let you know I'm going right now, after he's I'm going to go right now back to my booth, and I'll be signing there today and tomorrow. We do autographs. I can do, if you want, like a voice message to somebody, a shout out, or a voicemail on your telephone. I have posters and 8x10s. So come by, if you just want to come by and say hi. Come by and say hi. It's lovely to see you. And thank you very much for playing my games. You're number 1.
Thank you, Charles.